Hey guys, welcome to creatingtracks.com, and this is what we're going to do today. All right, very cool stuff. Let's go into Serum, Menu, Initialize Preset, and Oscillator A. We're going to grab a Spectral, Monster 8, bring down the level, and grab an elephant, put it on that, and also on the WT position. And here's what we have so far. All right, let's pitch it down by 2. Okay, and then let's turn this off and turn on the B oscillator. And we're gonna pick a analog basic shapes. And in this basic shapes, if you turn the WT position, you can see that it goes from shape to shape directly without morphing into it. And even if you click over here, you can see it in the 3D grid view that it's directly changing from shape to shape. So let's click on this pencil or edit button right here. And here in the bottom, you can see all our shapes. So if you click on the first shape and then shift click on the 7th shape, then you'll select all of them. Click on morph and crossfade and then X out of here. And now if you move your WT position, you can see it's morphing through those. So even in the 3D view, if you click and check that out, you can see that it's morphing through these shapes, which is pretty cool. So now in this, let's bring down the level all the way and pick a bend minus. And we're going to grab the LFO, put it on the bend minus, bring it down to about halfway and turn on the oscillator A. And if I play something, you're going to hear only oscillator A because the level of the B is all the way down. So check it out. So nothing has changed. It's the same as it was. And now we're going to grab a FM from B and then check it out. Okay, and then let's go ahead and pitch this up by 2 octaves. All right, and then we're going to pick this LFO and place it on the FM from B and bring that down and maybe bring down the knob and increase that just a little bit. So that gives a little bit of character to our attack. And let's click on the filter, go to phase 48 plus and bring down the mix to about 10 o'clock and bring down the cutoff to about 9 o'clock. And let's place the LFO on the mix and on the cutoff and bring down the cutoff modulation level to about here. Okay, sweet. So let's go into the effects tab, grab a hyper dimension, bring down the mix, increase the detune, and increase the dimension mix and bring down the dimension size. All right, and let's grab a compressor, turn on the multiband, increase the release, and then let's see. Increase the gain to about 5 dB. All right, so to give it that whipping attack, we're going to shape this LFO. So let's click and drag this point close to the start to about right here, near this circle right there. And then click and drag this point down. So that's what gives it a whipping attack. It's nothing and then immediately just goes straight up to the top and then slowly descends down. And let's click and drag this down even. And then let's click on trig so that it starts from right here, from the beginning every time. And then maybe even mess with this modulation settings of FM from B. All right, so let's turn on the sub oscillator, pitch it down by 2, bring the level down, and then modulate that with the LFO. So bring the modulation level down a bit too. All right, so now we can go to the audio effects tab and grab an EQ. And I'll just roll off the low end just a little bit to smoothen it out. maybe 40. And then we can maybe reduce some of the mids. So very, very subtle. And let's grab a saturator, a bit warmer, and turn on the soft clip and the color and bring the mix down. Just a very, very subtle effect so that we can keep most of the original sound as it is. And after adding some reverb. Okay, so let's start placing our macros. So the first macro, let's place it on the FM from B, bring that down just a little bit to like 5 or 6 units. And then the second one, second macro, we can place that on the WT position of oscillator B and make that go all the way up. And then the third macro, we're going to control the master tuning with that. So let's go over here and click on the empty space and click on macro 3. And then on the other empty space, we're going to click on global master tuning and click and drag this slider to -12. And then we have all these effect controls over here. So check it out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and definitely stay tuned for more. Until next week, peace!